Henri Matisse was a French artist known for his use of color. As a kid, his mother encouraged him to not follow the normal rules of art, but to try new things and paint his emotions. Throughout the years, he developed his own new style of painting by using bright masses of color, just like in this painting of woman with a hat, using different colors on the face and showing bright colors in the background. He used the colors to express emotion and to not paint things the colors that they actually were, like the green and the water on this and the green on the cat. You'll also see the big block of red that has details on it for the wall. So he also didn't fully put things in perspective, like the table. If that was really in perspective, it probably wouldn't be angled up so highly. As his artwork started to gain attention, he was coined the nickname Fauves, which means wild beast, because his artwork was so different. So the art critics weren't quite sure what to think of his art at first. The style then became known as Fauvism. For mine, I used paint, but you can use whatever you want. It's a little hard to see here because it was still drying. We're going to draw it first and then add color however you like. For Henri Matisse fish project, we're going to start with the fish tank, I guess you can call it. It's a cylinder, so we start with that oval at the top, 2 vertical lines, and then the smiley face at the bottom. Since it's clear, you're also going to see the other side of it. So we have this nice cylinder. You can add your fish in here. I'm probably just going to add 3. There's one with his little tail, eyeball. Here's the second one looking up. They're kind of cartoon looking. Here's a little fin at the top. And then 3, it's just chilling out the bottom. You can have a fin at the bottom too. Then for the table isn't in perspective. It looks like it's a little flipped up more. Also, sorry about my hands, I was painting. So I'm going to start about halfway up on this side of the tank. Curve it around pretty well. And this isn't how we would normally draw something that we can, if it were into normal perspective. We also see the top of the water line in your fishbowl. Fishbowl, not tank. Right there. All right. For the legs of the table, we're just going to have them come straight down. So 1, 2, and then 3 in the back. You can make your background however you want. We'll get there, but we see some apples on the table. Just add a little X in there for the stem maybe. See a lemon on the table on the one picture by Matisse. Whatever other fruit you want to put down there, you can. Now, when we go to put the cat pawing in the fishbowl, let's start with its leg that's in the fishbowl. So halfway up, we're going to come in and curve it down so it just tips in, and then we come back up and over. I might have made that a little too tiny, but we can always fix it. Now we need the other leg that's standing on the table, comes down, it curves out for the paw, and then it comes up. From this leg, we see a little bit of its belly, so add a line there. And then let's work on the head and then the rest of it. So for the head, I'm going to come up from this line and make like a shark fin. And then come back. The front of that shark fin, I'm going to bring it forward. Have a little nose. And then come up. And then his other ear is kind of pointing down because he's looking down. It's like a letter V. All right. We see the rest of his neck kind of curve up, and we see some eyes like looking into the fishbowl. I think this eye looks a little, or this ear looks a little funky on mine, so I'm gonna fix that now. But like Henri Matisse's, it does not have to be perfect because it's not really in perspective. And this one needs to be pointier. So I'm adjusting because I didn't like the way it looked. You can adjust any part of yours. From this leg that's standing on the table, we're going to come up, curve it around the body, around the head, go back here, and we see its tail sticking up. It's a long tail. It's up to you how big you want to make your tail. And then we see the backside kind of disappear back here behind the bowl. I need to adjust this paw because it's not completely looking right. That's a little better. And I erase where I would see the bowl be through the cat. Now that we have the cat playing in the fishbowl, we're going to add all of those details to the background. So we see in Henri Matisse's that the window is open. So we're going to draw part of a rectangle to create some sort of depth. We've got windowsill down here. We have a shutter over here. And I'm just going to emphasize that shutter by making it look like a 3D letter H. Okay. In the background, add what you want. So I'm going to have my horizon line where the sky and the earth meet. I'm going to add some mountains back here. We also see some trees going up off the paper. They kind of look like from the Lorax, nice and poofy. It is completely up to you how you want to do your background and how you want to do the back of this picture. So I am going to add where the floor is, where the floor meets the wall, going across, and then whatever kind of pattern you want to have on your background. But keep in mind, we're probably going to keep it red because he put a lot of red in his paintings to make it look like it's the foreground. So as I'm going to paint mine. You can use colored pencils, crayons, paint, whatever works best, and add as many details as you like. Make it unique. Have fun with this. If your cat's looking a little funky, you can just erase it if it's stressing you out and keep the attention on the fish. It is all up to you because this is your artwork and this is your time to be creative. But I'm going to paint mine, and I can't wait to see how yours turn out.